Yo, what is up, boys? It's JAYTH. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and telling you guys a story of how I was fired from my job in 3 days after working there. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and leave something in the comments if you liked this video and this style of video. So this story starts off with me not qualifying for grand finals, wanting to quit Fortnite. I pack up my stuff from Zero Ping, Virginia, in my apartment with Zunies and Cease, and I head home to Long Island, New York for the summer. And I get a job at a bar and grill as like a busboy or food runner. And I've had jobs like this in the past, so it's really nothing new for me. I knew how to do all the shit. It was kind of just a walk in the park. But on my third day, which was a Friday, I finished work and I walked to my house, and this is kind of like on an island, so the only way to get around is by water taxiing, taking like a boat taxi, literally, or walking. And so I'm at my house, and my parents are gone for the night, so naturally I invite my friends over, my degenerate Mario Party looking friends, to my house, and we're gonna have ourselves a good night. It's like the first night of summer. I haven't even celebrated my 21st birthday yet, so we got a lot of catching up to do. And my parents aren't home, so, perfect conditions. So we start pre-gaming at my house, and our plan is to walk back to the town that I work in, because that place is a lot more popping, and go out to some bars there, see some people, and just have a good night. What we didn't take into account is the pregame went a little bit too hard. So as it's time to get on the water taxi around 8 p.m., we realized how sloshed we were, which isn't really a problem because it's quite normal to be hammered at like 7, 8 p.m. At this like beach town area. So we get off the water taxi, we head to the bars, we have a good night, and all of a sudden, I decided it would be a good idea to go to the bar that I work at to end the night off there with all my friends who are already way past drunk. So we spend about $300 on a bar tab there. I'm like introducing my friends to my coworkers only like 3 days after working there. Horrible idea. And it comes like 1 a.m. and 1 a.m. is the last time you can take a water taxi back to the other towns where my house is. So my friends were like, yo, it's 1 a.m. The last water taxi's about to leave. Like, we gotta go. And like, are you coming or are you walking home? Which is like a 2-hour miserable walk in the pitch black, like through dunes and like pathways that barely exist. And it's teeming pouring rain all day, all night. So obviously the correct decision is, just go home on that water taxi with my 3 friends or my 4 friends. But in the moment, I'm like talking to, a girl or something, and I let my emotions get the best of me. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to stay. I'll walk home. And then my other buddy is like, yeah, I'm going to stay too. I'll walk with him. So 3 of my friends go home, and me and my one friend, we'll just say his name is Matt for now. We decide to stay. Everything's going smooth. I haven't even comprehended the fact that I'm going to have to make a 2-hour walk home at 2 in the morning in the teeming rain and through the sand, but it's fine. So it all goes wrong when my buddy Matt loses his phone and decides to, how do I put this? Decides to Spartan kick a table down. Literally Spartan kicks a table, screaming, "Where's my phone?" at the top of his lungs. I hear this, and I turn around to him doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? The bartender, who's also my coworker, looks me right in the eyes, and he's like, yo, it's time to fucking leave. Get your friend out of here. I'm like, yeah. Like, roger that, bro. Like, I'm pissed at my friend now. I'm like, yo, dude, like, we're leaving. I grab him. We go outside to the street, and I'm like, dude, do not move. Like, stay on this bench. I'm going to get your phone for you. Do not fucking move. Like, so I go back inside. I go look for his phone, and the girl that I was talking to, who is also a little bit drunk, thinks it's a good idea to, like, while she's saying goodbye, like, jump up on me as if I'm supposed to, like, catch her with her, like, legs wrapped around me, And I try for it, but considering the circumstances, I was not in the best state to catch her and hold her up. So she jumps on me. I fucking eat shit right in front of the, like, in the main area of the bar and restaurant I work in. I eat shit with her on me. We both go falling to the ground on the floor. I like look up and I'm looking at my coworkers, the bartenders, staring at me on the floor with a girl on me, both hammered. And to put the icing on the fucking cake, I then see my friend come back inside and Spartan kick another table over, like right in front of everyone, right in front of my face, and he's just like, "Where's my phone?" Screaming it. And now I'm like, oh my god, I am fucked. Like, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. So I'm like, okay. Apologize to one of my coworkers, the bartender, whatnot. I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. Like, whatever. We're leaving. So I grab my friend. I'm like, yo, nope. Like, you're not getting your food. I'll get it tomorrow. We have to go right now. Like, this is embarrassing. This is fucked up. I'm super drunk. I'm embarrassed. And meanwhile, the street is like a fucking pool. It's flooded. My drunk friend is like flopping around in the water as we're trying to leave. There's no water taxis anymore, so we have to walk all the way home by ourselves, so we think. But to be completely honest, it is literally still a mystery how we got home. Like, somewhere within the next 10 minutes of that all happening, us leaving the bar, don't remember anything, wake up in my bed, and all my friends are in my house. We're all alive. We're all fine. It was like literally, it was like from The Hangover, if anyone's seen that movie. Like, that's what it felt like. There's sand all in my house. There's fucking like drink stains everywhere. I have 2 texts that morning. One is from my mom that's like, yo, we'll be there within an hour. The other one is from my boss that's telling me to come in 2 hours earlier that day than I was supposed to. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So me and my friends go to ham on the house. We make that shit cleaner than when we found it. Fix it all up before my parents get there. I take a taxi to work. I get to work and my boss is like, yeah, you're fired. We thought you were a really good person for the job, but, you know, we had some complaints after last night, and, you know, some of the staff just agreed that we have to let you go. And then they were like, she paused and she was like, oh yeah, and tell your friend who was kicking over tables that he's banned for life and he can never come back. And me and my friends honestly got a kick out of the whole thing. And I ended up being happy that I was fired, because then I came back to gaming and I liked this a lot more. But that's the story about how I was fired in 3 days. Since then, my friend has been banned from 2 other bars in that town, so it's safe to say that he didn't learn his lesson. But I guess my lesson that I learned was, don't show up to where you work completely hammered with all your friends. So yeah, that's my story, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like and a comment, all that shit, if you want me to do more videos like this, telling stories like that, and letting you guys into my life outside of gaming. But yeah, I also don't recommend, you know, drinking that hard or anything. This is kind of like learn from me, I guess. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.